Here's the hardware you get. Infrared remote control on the left, and 6/32 screw, 2 washers, and lock nuts. With the remote control, one thing to remember is on the end here, there's a plastic piece maybe in there to prevent the battery from going dead. Usually when I test them I remove it, but if it's in there, you want to go ahead and remove that. Here's the back side of the hardware. It'll mount into where the bracket is on the back of the back box. Washer with a lock nut down on it. Just a little bit of play. On the front side there's a washer with a screw coming through to the back. Here's the color controller changer box and the 12-volt power into it. Turn off the power to the machine, and we're going to remove the fluorescent bulb. And also remove the starter. Once the fluorescent bulb is removed, we need to take this screw out so we can get to the bracket to mount the LED backboard into the existing bracket of the game. And the other side. On these brackets, if it has this type of holder, I'd close it just to keep anything from getting in there. Or you could take some electrical tape and wrap around them. Just take that existing fluorescent lamp bracket and tuck it up out of the way on both sides. And right here is where we're going to mount the board. We got cables. If yours has a flasher row of LEDs, you'll have 2 bundles of cable. This one here is for the flashers, and the other one with the connector on will be for the power for the board. This just drops down in the head of the cabinet. And I've already dropped the power one down. Board comes up. I'm just going to line it right up in the screw hole. Up here is where the color changer plugs in. There's a little arrow at the top of the connector that will go up to where the 12 volts is, and this is your infrared remote control receiver. You want to screw these in quite a few turns, make sure it doesn't work its way loose or bang your translate, anything like that. So put it into where you're comfortable. Another way you can do this is you can remove those brackets from the head and put the screws through from the back of the bracket, and then put a wing nut on the front, and that way it's a little easier to take it on and off if you do it a lot. This works fine. It's the quickest and easiest way. It'd be your preference what you like to do. Here's the color changer there's an arrow where the orange mark is, and that will go to the 12 volts. If it's flipped backwards, it will not damage anything, it just will not light. So you want to have the arrow to the 12 volts. Power drops down. It's going to connect inside the coin door below the plunger. Mark 12 volts. Your game should have a connector like this, and the one with the board to be supplied will look like this. Plug that on. Route your cable however you like it. Dress it nice and neat. And that's all there is to it. This is the cable for the flasher. Polarity, DC. White's positive. Without the white is negative. I'm going to hook this to this flasher right here. I believe the white goes on the orange. And the negative one will go to the purple. We'll put it in test mode and I'll verify that. Alright, right now I have it in test mode for the flashers. See this flashing? I'm just going to touch the wires on here, make sure. And if you check the back, you can see those flash in conjunction with the flasher. And heat up the soldering iron and solder them on, and that'll complete the installation. There's a picture of it lit up. And you can see the flasher.